What's up, y'all, man? I want to talk about the playoffs so far. First of all, I want to talk about the Milwaukee versus Indiana Pacers. I expected the Indiana Pacers to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. First of all, that Bucks team is decimated. There's no more Chris Middleton. They traded him, and Dame Lillard had a blood clog, tried to come back. I said he should have never came back. It's hard to rev a player up in the playoffs because the playoff intensity basketball is way, way, way different than regular season. I commend him for trying to come back, but I don't think it was a good thing for him to come back. Now the man suffered an Achilles tear, and because of the injury and the timing of the injury, he's going to be out all next year. So the Bucks got a lot of questions. I don't know if Giannis going to request a trade, but I don't know who the Bucks get. I don't know who they're gonna go out and get, what kind of help they're gonna get for Giannis. But yeah, the main one I want to speak on is the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Lakers. Now, going into this series, I didn't know if the Minnesota Timberwolves could win the. I thought it was a toss-up who can win the series. My main thing about Minnesota was who's gonna be their second scorer next to Anthony Edwards, because Karl-Anthony Towns left and went to New York. But Daniels and that what's my other guy name? Daniels and that other guy, Naz Reid. Both of those guys, when I seen the first game, and I seen like, man, these two guys, they got a lot of energy, scoring, doing rebounding, everything, defending. I said, man, if the Lakers don't make an adjustment for these two guys, they gonna get swept. I didn't expect, after the first game, I didn't expect the Lakers to win the game, because I said they don't have no answer for these two. Going into the series, going into the playoffs with the Lakers, Shannon Sharp, Chris Broussard, Nick Wright, Stephen A., Kendrick Perkins, they all had the Lakers winning the title. How in the world y'all expect the Lakers to win the title? Number one, both of their two superstars don't play a consistent defense. I have never seen a team go through the playoffs, win the title, without both of their superstars being a consistent on defense. I've never seen that before. And they don't have a bench. LeBron James is 40 years old. Luka Doncic is still not in basketball shape. He's just so uber talented on offense that he can just get out there and get you 30. But he's still not in shape. The way he moves, he's still not Luka. But they all picked LeBron James to win the title, and I'm to a man, I bet you they all gonna have an excuse. Every reason why I came up with that they're not gonna win the title, they gonna use those same excuses today when they start talking about on various sports shows. Watch. Luka don't play defense. We already know Luka don't play defense. Luka has never played defense in his career. The Lakers didn't have a bench. I already said the Lakers didn't have a bench going into the playoffs. LeBron James is 40 years old. I already said LeBron James is 40 years old going into the playoffs. But these are all the and JJ Redick mishaps on being a coach. He made some blunders. But all these things right here, why I said why they weren't going to win the title going in, all these pundits are going to use all this, and they're going to try to spin it and start saying all these excuses. Well, what y'all expect? LeBron James is 40. What y'all expect? Luka Doncic don't play defense. Well, we already know all this stuff going in, but y'all still picked him to win the title. You know why they still picked LeBron James to win the title? Because when it comes to LeBron James, these sports pundits have a blind spot for some reason for LeBron James. They believe, and to me, they do the man a disservice. Instead of telling the truth, instead of being truthful about that he's not going to win the title, they make up all these things and say, well, he's going to win the title. Then when LeBron James don't win the title, they all dump on it. They all dump on the situation. Instead of being truthful in the beginning and saying, no, they don't have a chance they never had a chance to win the title. Let me put that out there. The Lakers never had a chance to win the title. And I said that when Stephen A. Smith and them, after the trade for Anthony Davis, the Lakers had a better chance of winning the title with Anthony Davis. That's another story for another day. But after the trade for Luka Doncic, and everybody started saying the Lakers are going to win the title now that they got Luka Doncic, I kept telling people, no. Okay, so where the defense going to come from? They don't have no interior defense because they traded Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. So they don't have no anchor on defense. At least Anthony Davis was a anchor on defense. They had a chance to play some high level defense because he was an anchor on defense. Now you lose your anchor on defense and you get Luka Doncic. Now you get a younger guy, yes. You get a guy that's a little bit more dynamic on offense. But Anthony Davis was giving the Lakers, 25 and 15 and a couple blocks and some really good, at the rim defense, mobile. So, like I said, they were never going